Today's fishing mission is exactly that. We are just going to be out and trying to find some fish. My wife gets off of work at 3 o'clock and it is already almost 1, so I don't have time to go to any ponds and lakes because there's none close to where she works. However, the river runs right past her work, so we're going to be in the river again, which is totally fine with me because it seems like we've done better there than in the ponds and lakes anyway. So that's the whole plan. We're just going to be going through the river and trying to catch some fish, and I am going to be trying my best to go to spots that I've never been before and see if we can't find a good hole like we did in the last video. So that's the plan. You guys hang out with me, stay tuned, enjoy yourself, enjoy the video. If you are not subscribed, go ahead, hit the subscribe button, leave a like, drop a comment down below. And with all that being said, let's get to fishing. Literally like right down the road from where we just were, there's another little church, and it looks like there's a decent little spot back here. I don't know how deep it is, so I don't know if there's any fish, but how would we know unless we tried? Some people ask me why I don't use tungsten when I'm fishing a lot. This is why. When I'm fishing in the river especially, it's so unpredictable and I break off way too many times than I'd like to admit, and I don't feel like breaking off on expensive tungsten when I can just do it with lead. You feel me? All right, just tied back up, and even though I have the Bandito bugs with me, I'm gonna bring one of these crawls that Austin made and see if I can't get bit with this, because it looks super natural. Not supernatural, but you get what I'm saying. Super natural. So this one is not a new spot, but I figured I would stop and check it out. I fished here before, caught some fish here before, hoping to at least get a fish in my hands. That way I can get a little bit more confidence. Decent little smallmouth. Look how fat. They are so chunky in here. So chunky. That came on that little crawl that Austin made. Look how gorgeous this fish is. I can't get over how pretty they are in here. And those big fat bellies. Big old fat bellies. All right, thank you much. Thank you much. Go grow some more. I knew I would be able to come here and at least get on one. I knew it. I've never been here without catching at least one. Usually though, surprisingly, it's a rock bass that I catch. That's the first time that I've caught a smallmouth here, I believe. On the board. Okay, so like the last spot was a place that I had been to and caught fish. This is a spot that I have been to, but have never caught anything, but other people catch them here all the time. So I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm just a terrible fisherman, but we're gonna try it again. All right, that's a heartbreaker. I just walked right here and seen like almost a 2-pound smallmouth just right here, and I scared it off. I don't know what it is that's doing it, but it smells like I just stepped in a giant pile of dookie. It's not a very pleasant smell. I don't think there's anything back here. It's shallow.
I love that thing.
Oh, there's one. He's not gonna go. Oh, wait, yeah, he's going to it. Nope, he turned around. Oh, he's going back to it. Hold on. He's going to it. Yeah. Made a quick stop at my mom's house because I have to pick her up and take her to go get her dogs, and my son wanted to come out and watch. And I didn't think there'd be anything in here, but I seen it and he bit. He's pretty, ain't he?
I'm pretty. Yeah.
There is fish back here. You want to release it?
How?
You got to get close. Come over here by this tree. And look, do exactly what I'm going to do. Look, hold on to this tree, squat down, and kind of barely toss it. Don't toss it far. Here. That worked. There he goes.
He's like, darn it, I did a backflip.
It is the next day. Yesterday was high 70s, almost 80 degrees. Today, it is 45, it is snowing, and I'm freezing to death. So before we head to the pond that we're gonna go to, I brought you guys to one of the overlooks here on Pine Mountain because this is actually one of the few reasons why I enjoy being in this area, because this place is gorgeous. But no matter how gorgeous it is, that wind is freezing cold, and I want to hurry up and get to the pond that we're going to go to so I can try to catch some fish in freezing temperatures, because I'm literally dying. It is so cold. I'll see you guys when we get there. We're going to Kingdom Come State Park. So like I said, we are on our way to Kingdom Come State Park, and I kind of want to just clear something up real quick because I talked to somebody and they were like, why are you going fishing? It's 45 degrees, it's snowing, the fish are not going to bite. But I understand where he's coming from, because it's super simple for us to walk out, feel outside, and be like, no, it's too cold, fish ain't biting. But in reality, that water takes a whole lot longer to cool down than the air does. So when you go to a pond or a lake and it's 45 degrees, but it has been 75 to 80 degrees for a week prior to that day, that water is still gonna be warm, which explains the steam that's rolling off the pond and the lake. The water is warmer than the air temperature. So on a day like today, because it's been so warm the past week, I should still be able to catch fish on the exact same things that I've been throwing for the past week. Chatterbaits, crankbaits, spinnerbaits, whatever. Any kind of moving bait should work just fine, because after about 5 foot, that water should still be relatively the same as what it was yesterday when it was 75 degrees. Anything more shallow than 5 feet, I probably wouldn't expect to see many fish there, because the shallower water is going to cool off a whole lot faster than the deeper water. I just kind of wanted to explain that a little bit, because some people may not think about the water taking a little bit longer, and just because it's cold out, they'll think that they shouldn't go fishing. That is absolutely not true. They do tend to bite a whole lot better before a cold front, but you can still catch fish in the middle of a cold front, even when it's snowing, because that water is still warm. It may not be as warm as it was yesterday when it was 75 and 80 degrees, but it's not cooled down so much that you can't fish it. So get out there and wet a line, even when it's snowing. If it's snowing in the spring, you go fishing. We have made it to Kingdom Come State Park, and I can already tell you guys this is gonna kind of suck because it is freezing cold. It doesn't feel like the wind is blowing as much here, which is a good thing. So we're still gonna go give it a try. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Stick with me, stay tuned, enjoy the video, and also, if you are not subscribed, click the subscribe button. We have just passed 1,000 subscribers, and we want to keep going. So hit the subscribe button, leave a like, drop a comment, and enjoy this little scenic clip and the verse of the day, and I'll see you guys at the water. Okay, so we made it to the water, and I'm not sure if you guys can tell, but I have about 3 layers of clothes on. The only issue that I think I'm gonna have is I don't have any gloves, and my hands are already ice blocks, and I just now got out of the car. But here she is. And I'm not sure if it's gonna come through on film, but there's a lot of like fogginess on top of the water, and that's what I was talking about earlier. The water is warmer than the air temperature, so it's steam all over the top of the water. But we tied on the spinnerbait because the wind is still kind of picking up here and there, and I'm hoping that maybe this will entice a big old largie to suck it down, and we can get a couple on the bank for you guys. Stay tuned. We've been here for about an hour and 45 minutes. We've walked the pond 3 times. I can barely talk because my face feels like it's frozen and my fingers are burning. That's how cold it is. Like I can't feel my hands. But I didn't get a single bite. I went around it with a spinnerbait. I went around it with a jig. And then I went around it just now with this Ozark Trail Walmart brand jerkbait. I didn't know that it was a floating jerkbait. I want a suspending jerkbait because those fish should be suspending right now, because where we had this huge cold front run in, the warmest water is kind of in the middle. But I decided to just try it out anyway. Once I realized it was floating, I just continued to use it. And I had a small bass jump out of the water for it. Whoa, that scared me. Oh. Please tell me you guys seen that. So the only thing that I think may work better than a jerkbait is a soft jerkbait. There we go. Catch me a fish. Round 4. Luckily, I still had one in here with a hook already in it, so I just went ahead and tied it on. I know there's got to be some fish ready to eat right here. Yes. Yes. There we go. I knew it was gonna happen. I knew that was gonna do it. He is extremely warm too. Like, extremely warm. He doesn't even feel like he's been in cold water at all. He's still got a lot of fight in him. Trying to get out. Yes. Oh man, that's awesome. I know he's nothing big, but I have grinded so hard for this fish. Fish bump. All right, see you later, my guy. Thank you so much. There he goes. So, should you fish in the middle of a cold front when it's snowing and 45 degrees outside? Yes. Unless you're here, because this place is straight cheeks. I've fished here multiple times and I've never really had much luck. It's just the only place that I thought about going at this very moment, and I don't know why. I wish I would have went somewhere else, but I really didn't have time, so you get my point. Fishing during a cold front is exactly like fishing the day before when it was 75 degrees. The issue is you are going to be cold. The fish are going to be doing a little bit different things. They're going to be moving off the bank and all of that, but they're still going to be moving, they're still going to be chasing baits, and they're still going to be biting. So if you're worried that it just got too cold and the snow's coming down, that you probably won't catch fish, go try, because you may catch one of the biggest fish of your life when it's freezing cold in the middle of a cold front. You never know, so go try it. Anyway, I'm sorry that this video is neither here nor there. It's kind of like all over the place. I apologize for that, but thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. I'm gonna try to go through all of this footage and put something together. I don't know if it's gonna work out, so if you just get like this huge blob of a video with a bunch of random stuff in it, I apologize. But I'll see you guys on the next one. Deuces.